This is a tutorial in using the text command in CorelDraw. The text command is in the toolbox and it's this icon here, the letter A icon for text. You can activate that by clicking on the icon, or let's say you want to use the shortcut key, just type in F8 and it will activate the text tool. And you know you are in the text tool because you have this, beside the cursor it's the letter A. Now I'm going to explain about the artistic text. This paragraph text is different from artistic text. But the first part we're going to talk about the artistic text. When you click on the text tool and you click inside your artwork, and you will notice in the property bar you would see the font that's going to be used, the points, which is 24 points here, and so this is the property of the text that you're typing in. So I'm just going to put any text here. Okay, so I type in the text there, and it's going to zoom in here with my zoom tool. So when I click on the text, you have an option to change the font. Let's say Arial Black. Let's say, so these are the list of the fonts. And you can increase the font size by going to this drop down, and you can just choose the font size. Like any other text, if you want to color the text, you can go to this color palette and you can change the text color. And if you want to add some outline, you go to your outline tool, which is this one, and you can choose whatever outline you want. Just gonna remove the outline. Now, when you click on the text and you go to your shape tool, which is this one, or F10, click on the shape tool, and you'll notice that you have this nodes, call it nodes. So this first node is for the first letter, so that's for the C. If I select that node, I know it's selected because it has a block box. You see, I can change the properties separate from the rest of the text. So I can change the text size to, let's say, 100, let's say 472. It's gonna exaggerate it. And I also can change the font size, the font style. Okay. Same with, let's say, the letter D, to have different font too, and a different style. So that's how you separate the properties of font, by going to your shape tool. Okay, not only you can change the font, you can also change the color by going to shape tool to make it a different color. Okay, now let's type in like a line. Let's type in "it is easy to learn CorelDraw." Now I click on the line, and you can also change the font of a certain word. So if you click on the text, the line itself, and you go to your text tool and you highlight a text or highlight a word, and you can change the font separately. You can also change the color separately. Okay, you can also do it that way. Now, there is also a command wherein you can change the spacing of the text. Let's say you want to have the letter spacing to be wider. So you go to your shape tool, and this one is for adjusting the spacing of the text. I go, just to make it clear, the text size doesn't change. It's just the spacing of the text. Okay, this is how you do it. Okay, now let's say you have 4 lines of text, and I'm just going to zoom in here, and let's say you want to adjust the spacing between the lines. So in Corel, you click on your shape tool, and before this we were adjusting the text spacing, so you click here and move it to the right. But now, since we're concerned about the spacing of the lines, you go to this icon here and click and drag it down. So that's how you change the spacing of the lines. Okay, now in CorelDraw you can also change the shape of the text. So in here, my font is Harlow Solid Italic, and this is the text that I've chosen. Let's say I'm going to put an outline. Just gonna color the outline. You can go to your outline pen, and then you can change this to, let's say, red. Or another option how to change the outline color, if you right mouse click and click on these colors here in the color palette, it changes. Let's go back to red. Maybe. Now, if you notice, this is still editable text. Like I can type in the text, so it's still text. Now, if you want to stylize the text, you have to convert it to curves. So in order to convert it to curves, you click on the text itself, and then you go to Arrange and click on Convert to Curves. Now you notice that when you go to your text tool, you cannot edit the text anymore because it's already objects. It's like shapes that you cannot edit anymore. Now let's say I want to change the letter C and extend the bottom part of the C up to here. I can do that now because it's already objects. So I go to my shape tool, and I'm just gonna zoom in here. So go to my shape tool, and I highlight the nodes that I want to edit, just these 4 nodes, and I bring it to the right side. Zoom out. Now let's say I want to edit the letter R. Since it's object already, I click on the text again, which was converted to curves. I click on my shape tool, and let's say I'm going to move this down, and I'm just going to reshape this a little bit, and also this one. And I can extend this line too. Hit F4 to view the whole thing, and let's say I'm going to move this A and W here to the right side, to the left side, and that's how you do it. So these are not fonts anymore, these are already objects, so that you can edit the other shapes. Okay, now let's talk about some shortcuts in the text tool in CorelDraw. So if I want to make a line bold, or like a word bold, so I go to my text tool and then highlight the text that I want to make it bold, and I click on Control B, and that makes it bold. and let's say I want to make this italic. So I highlight it and click on Control I for italic. And then if you want to make it underlined, so you highlight the text and click on Control U for underline. So I'm just gonna undo this. There's also another way to how to do it without using the shortcut keys by looking at the property bar here. So once I go to my text tool and highlight the text that I want to change the properties, I can always go to this property bar here and make it bold. If I want to make this italic, I can just highlight the text and click on the I for italic. Or just making graphics, highlight that and make it underline. What else do we see here in the property bar is that you can click on the text and you can make, this one is for the alignment. You can make it center aligned. You can make it right aligned, left aligned, full justified. So that's where you get the properties. You can do lots of things in to do some effects in with text and photographs. So here I have a picture of a car here of Honda, and then I've got text of Honda too. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the letter spacing between letters here by going to my shape tool and move this one. Instead of moving to the right side, I'm going to move it to the left. It's going to make it closer to make it very squeezed. Okay. Now what I'm going to move this over to my car picture here. Hit F4 to zoom all. Now what I'm going to stretch this. I think that's enough. Then watch closely. What I'm going to do is I'm going to power clip this. I'm going to put this image into the text, inside the text on that. So I'm going to power clip it. We call it power clip. So I click on the image or the photograph and I go to effects, power clip, place inside the container. And my container is the text Honda. So see the arrow there? I'm going to choose it by clicking on the text and there you go. That was an easy effect and with text and images. Then I can maybe put some drop shadows by going to this icon here for interactive drop shadow and I click and drag. There we go.